What's up, y'all? All my beautiful people out there, man. We back at it again.
Yes, back again.
Another episode, Murray at Midnight, the podcast, man. If
Yes.
you ain't tuned into our other episodes, go check them out, man. But
Yes.
look,
Stop
wh-
what you doing and go
stop
watch
what
them.
you doing. Go check them out.
Yes.
But man, we just want to first say thank you guys for all the support and love that you guys have been showing us, all the
Yes, thank
feedback,
you.
man. We see everything, man. We appreciate y'all.
We
So
definitely do.
yeah, what we talking about today? Then? What's today's topic?
Today's topic is parenting the right way.
Okay, parenting the right way.
So the question is there a right way to parent?
Yeah, it has to be a right way. It's a right way and a wrong way for everything.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
So what's the right way? Like, what would you?
I feel like love is kind, love is patient. That's one of the scriptures I go to and think about when Legend running me off the train tracks. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah.
one of the verses that I keep in my mind. Love is patient, love is
It's
kind.
Yes.
And it just keeps popping in my head. Legend like daddy, daddy, dad, 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 dad. We just going crazy,
like
right?
Stewie.
Yeah, going crazy around the house or just, keep constantly asking me the same questions over and over. I just think love is patient, love is kind, and it definitely soothes my soul and
Right.
gives me peace to react in a way that's loving, that's caring instead of, screaming at them or getting irritated with them. So y'all
Yeah.
should try, man.
I definitely agree that there is a right way to parent.
It is. It definitely is.
It's the biblical way. God gives us the blueprint as parents because He knows that parenting is a challenge. It's
Yeah.
difficult. It's not easy.
It's definitely not
He
easy.
gives us everything we need to know about parenting in the Bible.
Yeah.
Do we follow it all the time? Do
No.
we read our word? No.
No.
So there's a right way to parent, but we just have to do it.
Let's get
right?
into it, man. Let's
get into
let's get
it.
into
First of all,
it.
let's talk about our kids because we got 2 kids.
Two
Love
beautiful,
them to
two
death.
beautiful kids, man. I'm not gonna lie. I love my kids, man. Beautiful
Yes.
blessing from the Lord. But
Legend
man,
is the
they give you a run for your money.
no. Kids test your gangster.
They
Okay,
test
they
your
test
gang.
every ounce of it. I'm like,
We
I
just
be
dealt
like,
with that today.
am
Legend,
I-
go to bed. No.
Oh yeah, today was a rough.
Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is patient. Love is kind. Yeah.
No, Legend really tried it earlier.
Yeah, he
but
really tried. He really tried it, but Big Daddy Dub had to come in
That's
and
why I was like,
boy,
y'all did.
go to
I
sleep.
need your help. Come help
Go
me.
to
I
sleep
can't do it.
now. He said, okay.
But he do that every bedtime. He don't want to go to sleep. Like
He just be
not.
fighting it like he not used to it. Like, I don't sleep. What is this?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I don't understand it. It's
He
like
fight to sleep and then he wake up early and just set it off.
yeah, it's like you do the same thing every day. You know you have to go to bed every single night. Why are you still crying that you have to go to bed?
Man.
I don't know.
And then wake
Kids.
up in the morning like, Dad,
No, he's
Mom.
my alarm clock.
Dad, Mom, I'm hungry.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
I'm
no,
hungry.
that's how he gets you out of bed. He don't
Yeah.
really be hungry when
Yeah, he
he
don't
get
be
up.
hungry.
He just be trying to get you out of bed
Yeah.
and get you to go downstairs and play.
It be super
That's-
early.
That's what
And then he
be
take up the whole bed. I'm like, brother, you are half my size. And
yes.
kudos to the
For those who don't know,
yeah.
he sleeps in the bed with us.
Yes, he definitely does.
Because
we
that's
can't
just
get
our
him out of it.
circumstances right now.
We can't get
okay?
him out
Don't
of it.
judge us. This is just how
He got his own bed, but he just don't stay in
But
it.
it's just our circumstances. Our living circumstances are a little different
Yeah,
right
but
now. So we gotta work with what we can. And
Yeah.
yes, it's a challenge getting the kids out the bed. If y'all got any tips to get your kids out the bed, help
let us know.
I don't know. We struggle in that area.
Let
I
us
ain't gonna
know.
lie.
But yeah. So yeah.
but
What's-
legacy.
Oh
First
yeah,
of-
legacy.
Yeah, we can't leave baby girl out.
Baby girl legacy. She
So
just
she's
she
5
observant.
months. Our baby girl is 5 months. She'll be 6 months
Yeah.
very soon.
Yeah.
And that girl, she's smart. She reminds me
smart.
of me.
She's
a little
determined.
bit. Yeah.
Like Legend, he's overachiever. Legacy, she's
Excited.
determined. Like anything you put in front of her, she's going to get it.
Mhm.
It's kind of like the same mindset Legend has, but just in a different way.
Yeah.
You know,
They're very similar.
They are similar, but they're not. They're not similar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got similarities,
Almost
but
like me and you. Like
yeah.
how you are so excited and passionate and
Uh-huh.
you know, just the outgoing. That's
Yeah.
Legend.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah,
the
she more like
reserved, meek,
reserved, but she know, but
but she know
she
what
has,
she want.
yeah, she knows what she won't. Yeah, yeah, I know how to
And
put it.
she's still, smart and just like Legend, overachiever.
Yeah, and they
And
love each other, man. They
yeah, they
love each
love
other.
they do. I love that
Legends
relationship for them.
loves Legacy, and Legacy, every time she see Legend, she got this big old bright smile.
Yes, they be
It's
staring at each
amazing.
other. She
I
be
know.
rubbing his face in the
I know,
morning
just
when
touching his face. Oh, girl, don't touch my face like that. I'm like, I
really.
had to turn this camera.
Oh
I'm
my
just
god,
playing.
you ain't playing.
Yo, that's what Legend be saying. I'm just playing.
I wonder where he get that from.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
anyways, let's get to it. Let's
Let's
get
get
to
to it. Let's get into it.
so let's talk
Yeah.
about some of the challenges of parenting
Okay.
that we may face. Um,
I would say one for me starting off was you just getting used to having another human being in your space, and not to say like, oh, they avoiding invading your space, but more so like, wow, this is a whole human being that I have to take care of. It's different. It's different. Like when you're in the hospital, okay, you got the nurses coming in. Oh, I can show you how to change, or whatever, whatever. But when you at home, it's just you and the baby. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And man, it's just different. Like now it's no, oh, I'm about to go put you down, do what I need to do. Like nah, like you gotta tend to the baby whenever, the baby needs you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like it definitely shifts your lifestyle in a way, in a beautiful way. Man, it
Um,
definitely shifted my
yeah,
mindset as well. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah. I
How
agree.
about you?
I
That
would
was just one
say
way. My bad. That's one way for
that's
me.
one challenge that you
That's
have.
one challenge, but that's one of many.
Yeah, I feel the same. It's a big adjustment. Um,
Yeah,
it's a big adjustment on our relationship and our marriage because now
yeah,
we have
definitely.
other responsibilities
Yeah,
and we're still trying to make time for our relationship and
man,
our
what?
marriage, which can be difficult when
Mhm,
you have young kids.
mhm,
So I feel like that is the biggest challenge
mhm.
and just finding time to spend more time with you,
Yeah,
like how we do at night. Once we put the
mhm.
kids to bed, that's the best time for us to
Yep.
like have our time. That's
That's
why we call that's the
married at midnight.
point of Married at Midnight.
Yep.
Um, so and then also like, the whole postpartum phase of having kids
Yeah.
when you're still
I feel
trying to
like you
get
ain't.
back to who you
I
are.
feel like you didn't really, because I be hearing horror stories, and I feel like I didn't really have to deal with that with you. The only thing that threw me off was, well, Legend. It was fine, everything, but with Legacy,
What?
when Legend came in the room, I don't know where he came from, out being outside with his cousin. I don't know, he was over your sister house, and he had came back over, and he came in the room, and you just bust out crying. Like I'm talking about boohoo tears. Like, oh,
When?
when he came in the room, he's like, oh, he's getting so big. He's getting so big. And I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, girl, you still
I
amazing.
can't cry about my son getting big.
You
He's
could, but
literally look. Hey,
but
we
it
was
wasn't.
in
It
a
wasn't.
hospital for 4 or 5 days,
I
right?
know.
I haven't seen that boy. Like we around him all the time,
Yeah,
24/7. Okay,
yeah,
4 or 5 days away. Kids grow fast,
they do. Man, they do.
so and then I'm all drugged up and emotional.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, definitely. You was like, it wasn't normal though. She tried to make it seem like it was normal.
uh,
Try to make it seem like, oh, he's getting big. He was like, oh,
I wasn't crying
he's
like.
getting so big. And then I had to close the door, give her a moment, and she just
I was not crying like.
crocodile tears.
Oh my
Crocodile tears.
gosh.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta
But
give me some grace,
I gave her some
okay?
grace, you
I
know what I'm
just
saying?
like it was Legacy was a week old at that
Yeah,
point.
so here we are.
And you
But
know
you
what
still was amazing though. I ain't have to deal with none of that stress of
look,
postpartum.
prayer. Prayer changes things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm thank you, Jesus. I ain't have to deal with that because, like I said, I definitely heard some stories, so
Yeah, and I just feel like,
I can't really
people
relate.
forget like use prayer, use your resources, use
Yeah.
God. Like you can pray against postpartum depression and all of those things.
Wow.
You don't have to go through that.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
don't
that's
have
amazing.
you don't have to yeah. That don't have to be your story.
Mm.
And that's what I did. I prayed over it.
Yeah. Well, I ain't know that.
You ain't know that?
No.
What you ain't know about it?
Nah, I just didn't know you said a prayer over it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
Cause
posted
I'm
on
like,
my Instagram and everything.
oh yeah, I think I did see it. It
Yeah.
went over my head.
It was a minute ago. But yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely prayed over it. Cause I feel like I've experienced it a little with Legend.
Okay.
I was hyper protective. You may not have noticed, but I feel like I
Over
noticed
him.
I was hyper protective
I'm.
over him, and every little thing that people did was like
I
a
feel like
trigger
I feel like
for
that's
me.
because that was your first child.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
It could be that too. You know what I'm saying? Not
yeah.
is necessarily that.
And I
So
was just trying to do things the right way,
yeah.
but everybody has their opinions about
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and they want to, they're just excited. Like Legend was the first child in I don't know how many years, maybe like 10 years.
Yeah, definitely.
So I
Yeah,
can
he was. He
understand
was.
the
Yeah.
excitement around Legend.
I get it. I was a little paranoid and stuff too, just holding him, cause he baby, he's super fresh, like got to be very gentle. So it was definitely like a wake up call, like wake up,
Hmm.
wake up, like my
Yeah.
man off school days. But yeah, just definitely trying to just keep the relationship sharp. You know what I'm saying? We still dating each other at the end of the day,
Right.
and I
Right.
feel like that's important. So that's why I try to emphasize, okay, babe, we do a lot of stuff with the family, us and the kids. Let us just go out and do something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're
Let
right.
us just go out spend time together, and it don't necessarily gotta be us spending money. We can go, you know, make you a nice dinner, watch a movie, whatever the case may be. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Go to a park, just enjoy sightseeing or whatever the case may be. But just try to keep it fresh. Bring you some flowers randomly, or what
Hmm.
I'm saying, just be there for
Just
you.
spice it up.
Yeah, spice it up. You gotta keep it spicy, man. Especially if you want your
Yes.
wife to be spicy with you, you're gonna have to keep it spicy with her. Straight
Right.
like that.
Yeah, no facts.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about you. You always trying to keep it spicy.
Yeah, cause
Like
we still young, man. Like, we,
and I feel
yeah,
like I struggle in
and
that
not even just
area
young,
because I'm
right?
like,
Yeah, trying to keep
I'm
it going.
such like I'm so in my mom phase right now.
Yeah,
And sometimes I forget like
I
I
had to bring
gotta
her back to reality.
I'm married. My marriage
You
comes
married
first.
to this handsome brother. We gonna do something fun. Let's go have fun.
Right. I know, I know. I need to work on that. But
So we got, parenting, or just overall dealing with a new human being in your life. What are some other challenges that we may have faced or that you have faced?
other other challenges is just learning how to discipline. I feel like now we're in a phase where discipline matters.
Oh yeah,
So we're
discipline.
past we're still in the newborn phase, but we're with Legend, we're in a disciplining phase and
It
he's getting
changes.
older. And for me, I don't feel like I'm that strong in the
Discipline.
discipline area.
Yeah,
That's something that I'm working on because
it's a fine line.
it's like I'm trying to remember because I don't know. I heard this quote one time and it was like, never forget how you felt or what you went through when you were a kid
Yeah.
once you are a parent.
Uh-huh.
So I try to keep that in mind. Like, how did I feel when I was a child, when I was getting disciplined? Did I always need a spanking for everything?
Yeah.
Did I just need somebody to talk to me and explain to me what I did wrong? Did I?
So how was you as a child? You was the quiet child. You didn't really get spankings like that,
No,
right?
I didn't. Well, yeah, I got
Me?
whoopings. No, I got whoopings as a child. I just was very quiet. So my parents said like all they had to do was like yell at me and I would cry.
I didn't get whoopings. I got beatings. Beatings. Mama, you watching this? You whooped my behind. You beat my behind. But
I
I
mean,
ain't gonna lie.
hey,
I appreciate it. I
thank
appreciate it. And I
you
told my
better
mother
thank your
that to
mother for
this
them
day
beatings.
because man, that set me straight. Man, y'all know the TV show Scared Straight? She definitely scared me straight. You know what I'm saying? And but, you know, that's not something that I personally wanted to do with, Legend and Legacy. But man, they make you just start having flashbacks of when that belt was swinging across that tail, make you want to do the same thing to your kid. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm
Mm.
telling you earlier today when he talking about Nia, like, you go to bed. He like, no. Like, it wasn't nothing like, no, mom, I'm not trying to go. He was like, no. Like, he gangster or
No,
something.
and I asked him, I was like, "You want a whooping?" He's like, "Just give me a whooping. I don't want to
Yeah.
go to
And
bed."
see, that's what I'm saying. And so
He really
sometimes I ain't
no
gonna lie, it's okay. Spare the rod. What it say? Spare the rod. Let's go to
spoil
the
spread around spoil.
nah,
No,
let's
but
go to the word real quick.
it's
Let's go to
not
the word.
okay. But
Here we
it's
go.
not that. It's he just has a fear of missing out. That's the
I don't
problem. He has a fear of missing out.
I
That's
don't
why he be doing that. It's not that he's trying to be disrespectful. So we gotta look at the context of everything as well. I be trying to look at the context of yeah, he told me no, that deserves to be addressed and disciplined for that, right?
Mhm.
But I'm also thinking about him. He's 4 years old and he does not want to go sleep because he enjoys playing and da da da. So it wasn't that he was trying to be disrespectful towards me. He just ain't.
Yeah, but at the
He
same
just has a
time,
fear of missing out,
at the
right?
same time,
But that's why I called you up there because I was like, yeah, he at this point he not listening to me. Like I even was about to whoop him, so I was just
but I
like,
ain't gonna lie.
I'd rather you come up here
This
and
is
just
not just
address
a
it.
little moment thing. This is goes on throughout the whole day. And sometimes you just gotta draw the line as a parent. And I'm not saying whoop the boy or whoop your child every time they step out of line, but sometimes they gonna have to get their butt popped here and there. But me, they might get their butt popped, but I'll explain to them why they got their butt popped or why, I had to command the room and raise my voice a little bit for them to understand what was going on. And back to what I was saying about spare the rod. It say Proverbs 13:24. Whoever spares the rod hates his son, but he who loves him is diligent to discipline him.
Yeah.
And
So what do
discipline
you
don't
get?
necessarily.
What do you get from that?
And so people would just automatically run to, yeah, don't spare the rod. Don't spare the rod. Automatically, yeah, you need to whoop his tail. But that's not necessarily meaning that every
Mm-hmm.
time. It means you need to discipline him. You can't just let him run rampant, run wild, but you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to discipline him in a way where you beat him every time. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
other ways you could discipline your child. So you see spare the rod, that doesn't necessarily mean you gotta physically harm I said harm them. It sounds crazy, but physically,
No,
put your
but it
hands on
said
them.
it says in the word that physical punishment doesn't kill the child. It won't kill him.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what the Bible says. It's physical punishment won't
Uh-huh.
kill him.
Yeah,
So
because
it's
some man,
okay.
yeah, it's okay, and that's what I'm saying. It's okay, but I know some people out there be like,
I know this
how? Why would you ever be?
because this is a gentle parenting movement that we have going on as millennials, and we have been
Yeah,
so like
traumatized.
traumatized as kids because our parents whooped our butts,
Man, I got whooping every other
and
day.
we just like I would never do that to
Yeah,
our kids, and
and
we're
I
trying
feel
to
that.
do it the gentle parenting. But I feel like we need to bring back
Yeah,
whoopings as
yeah,
millennials. Like that's they
bruh.
say
And
millennials
then
are the worst
it
parents.
be people with no kids that be trying to talk about, oh yeah, no, no, you shouldn't do that. It be people with no kids talking about this. You go
Hmm.
get some kids and then come holler at me
Yeah.
10 years from then when you
Honestly,
had
I
that
don't care
kid.
what nobody got to say,
Yeah.
especially if you don't got kids. Don't say
Man,
nothing
don't
to
be
me.
here. Don't you
You
don't
can't have
have
no
to beat
opinion.
them. You can just talk to
You
them.
cannot have
Yeah,
no.
you go try to talk to Legend. He gonna look at you be like, shut up. And you can be like, oh my, maybe you were right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't let these kids run all over you, man. This is a pivotal moment from when they born to what, up to 5, 6. You have
No.
to instill that discipline into them,
Yeah.
or they're gonna turn to into, telling you to shut that
No.
H up,
Look, it
mom,
says
dad at 14, 15,
Proverbs.
16.
Look, Proverbs
You need to
twenty-nine
be able to sleep at
seventeen.
night.
Proverbs 29:17 says, "Discipline your son, and he will give you rest.
Mm,
He will give delight to your heart."
mm,
So that's a whole bar right there.
yeah.
Like,
But
discipline them, they will give you rest. You will have peace.
and I
You
ain't
will
gonna lie.
have
I ain't gonna
peace.
lie. Yeah, I felt like I was getting in trouble all the time. But man, I felt like I deserve it because I definitely was out here wilding. You know what I'm saying? And man, it definitely helped make me into the man I am today. It definitely disciplined me into, the man I am today. And so that's why
Yeah.
I hold the disciplines and the morals and the values that I have because of my beautiful mom and my beautiful dad. You know what I'm saying? They
Mhm.
instilled that within me.
Right.
So I feel like yes, that's definitely important. Don't try to hold back because you're trying to be your kid's friend. You're not supposed to be your kid's friend. You're supposed to be their
Right.
parents.
Right.
And that's facts. That's key.
That is
You
key.
know?
So I got my little switch
Yeah. Oh
because,
yeah, Nia took it back old school. We going outside. You gonna pick that switch?
cuz I don't know how else
She be like that,
to do it. Look, because when you're not
and she
here,
legend used to be
so
looking at her like,
for everybody who doesn't know, I am taking on a new challenge of homeschooling. Okay,
clap it up for
I
her, y'all. Clap
am.
it up for her.
So that means that
Yeah, I gotta throw applaud on it.
I'm gonna have Legend 24/7, right?
Yeah,
You ain't gonna be here all the time. I
you right.
need to be able to get some respect or have him to know that I'm not to be played with. Like,
Yeah, nah, that's
because
a
the
fact.
kids will test you. They
Yes,
will test. He's a good kid.
yo,
He is a good kid.
yeah,
Like when we're at home, it's just me and him. He listens for the
yeah,
most part, unless it's like something he really don't want to do, like go
mm-hmm,
to sleep,
yeah.
or he
But
just
that's what it is
want to
most of the
play
time.
all the
Like most of the
time.
time, the kids are good. They are great kids. You know what I'm saying? They're great kids. They're smart. They're intelligent. They got a lot going for. Them. They got a lot of charisma, a lot of personality. It's just hey, they only been in this world for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, 7 years. You know, they still trying to figure out. Sometimes it takes us as an adult longer than that to figure out who we are, what direction we trying to move into. So sometimes you just gotta give them grace. You gotta give them the same grace that you expect that God, you got to give them
Them the
the
same
same
grace
grace that
that
you expect God to
yeah,
give you. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Had to rephrase that to make sure y'all get this clear,
Say it again.
concise
Say it
in the
again.
head.
Just say it
Y'all
again.
need to give them the grace that you will want God to give you. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Amen.
Because man, we fall short all the time. So I always think about that before I react.
Mhm.
It's like, boom, the switch is turned on. He's turned up. I got 10 seconds. I'm thinking, love is patient, love is kind. Let me come correct to this brother. Let him know, hey, you can't do that. And when I do come at him like that, he like, Dad, okay. And he'll come back like, Dad, I'm sorry for not listening. You know? And this
Mhm.
without me touching him at all. But
Yeah.
sometimes he just be turned up and he just on
He
his
just has a lot of
I
energy.
don't care mode. And that's when you might have to turn up a little bit. But other than that, he's a great kid. Legacy, she's showing her personality already. 5 months, about to be 6 months in a couple days. She already, you take something from her, like, so I'm a little scared, but pray for me.
So yeah, legacy. Yeah,
Legacy,
I'm
like,
waiting to see how she gonna be when she get older.
whoo,
But
man.
okay, so for the people who don't have kids and they're thinking about having kids, what would you say to them
I would
who
say,
are
I would
maybe
say,
in the planning
oh
phases?
man, I would say first, make sure the person that you having a kid with, whether it be a man and a woman,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying, or you a woman looking for a man,
Mhm.
make sure that that partner
Is a
is
solid.
solid, okay? Same views, same
Mhm.
morals,
Mhm.
same values, good head on their shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Someone you get along with, someone that can actually be your friend,
Mhm.
not someone that you just feeling. Oh, I like how they dress. Oh, how they look, or whatever. Nah,
Mhm.
someone that you could really vibe with when nobody's around. It's just y'all two. You know what I'm saying? So
That's why it's important to be married before you start having
yeah,
kids.
definitely.
I mean, it
And we didn't.
happens.
We didn't.
It
And I'm
happens.
not gonna sit here and act like, yo, we did everything so perfect.
Right.
We got married, then we had kids. Like, no, we was dating, we had legend,
Right.
and from that point on, I was like, yo, cool, because I was like, yo, I already get along with Nia pretty well. So I'm like, hey, let's do it. But at the same time, it was like a timer was going off in my head, like, yo, if I got a kid with this woman, then I need to be planning to spend the rest of my life with this woman as well. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And
That's how it
man,
needs
I
to
ain't gonna,
be.
yeah, that's how it needs to be. And brothers out here just popping kids in any woman just because they feeling the vibe off the moment. Like,
Just
brother, you gotta be smarter than that.
yeah.
Like, ain't nothing wrong with dating. You know what I'm saying? You trying to figure out who's your person, but don't be popping kids in one. Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
don't mess with her no more. Then go to another one, pop a kid in another one. Like that's not cool. I don't
Yeah,
care if
because
you celebrity, regular
you're
person, that.
creating broken families at the end of the day,
Yeah,
and these kids are gonna be broken because they're not in a whole household where their
yeah,
mother and father are in one roof under one roof. The
yeah.
dad needs to be there. So anytime the dad is not in the household, that creates room for the enemy to come in, and you don't want to keep creating broken families. That's just not honorable by God.
I think that
God
men
does
should
not honor
just
that.
vet the woman, and women used to vet the men before you even, you
No,
know.
you should just honestly wait till you get married. That
Yeah, I
should
mean,
be the
yeah,
goal
wait till you get married. But I'm saying, as far as
for the
before the
because
point, the build up to get married, like you gotta really know how the person moves. Like I said,
I
have the
mean, we
same morals,
already
right?
talked about how do you know if this person is the one.
Yeah,
If y'all can go back and watch that episode, was that episode 3?
yeah.
And we
And
give
brothers, just don't shoot the club up, brother. Hey, don't shoot the club up because I'm mad. It's just that's like one of my pet peeves, man. And then sometimes it don't even be on the fellas, man. Sometimes women just be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes women just be crazy, and then like
guys be crazy too.
yeah, guys be crazy too. That's why I say it ain't sometimes it ain't the fellas. Okay, sometimes it's the women too. Like sometimes they crazy, and then you just like, man, I can't even deal with this. Like it's not even that I don't want to be there for my child, but man, his
Because
that mother is
do you
crazy.
know that
So
it
it's
takes
like,
2 years for a woman's hormones to go back to normal after having a child? So
yeah,
within that 2-year period, they're not even themselves.
yeah, you right.
And a lot of women don't even realize that they have that postpartum depression, anxiety, whatever.
Yeah,
That's why I say
you just gotta be kind.
prayer works.
Mm-hmm.
And the enemy always tries to come against women and
Yeah,
mothers because
just
they know,
families, period.
yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
know that, especially during that postpartum phase, we're very vulnerable.
Yeah, I feel that.
So we need to be protected.
Yeah, and I feel like, goes back to what I was saying. Love is patient, love is kind. Despite things not going your way, because of course, man, I'm not gonna sit here and I like our relationship is super perfect. Sometimes I dislike what Nia does, and sometimes she dislike what I do. But I always think about love is patient, love is kind, and we decided to stick through this through thick and thin, ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, this is my homie.
Yes, we
This
are
is my
friends.
main
We are friends.
woman. Okay, like she's
Look,
my best friend. So why am I trying to forcefully be mad at my best friend? You know what I'm saying? If
right.
anything, I'm trying to resolve the issue
You
or
ain't
whatever
going
got
nowhere.
going on. Even if I gotta put my pride aside and say, you know what, babe, you was right and I was wrong.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Cause
Look,
man, they'd be like, babe, you was right and I was wrong. And that
we
make
have
and that's
to.
fit, yeah, that feels good. But if you was never wrong, if I was never wrong, you can
It
never
will.
get along.
Yeah.
Dang, that's another bar. If you was wrong, if I was wrong, we would
We can
never
never
get
get
along.
along. But
Man, we're
that's
gonna have
why,
to pin that one.
we got to suck it up and put our pride aside and say, you know what? I was wrong.
Yep.
And, you were right in this moment. And we going to figure this out.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I ain't going no way.
Yep.
So let's
We
figure it out.
ain't going
Going
nowhere.
nowhere.
We ain't
Going
going
nowhere.
nowhere. We can't be stopped now. Cause this the Will
Bad.
Youngs for life. Yeah. You
How
like
you
how I
going to
add
switch
that?
up on
Cause I
me?
ain't know what you was about to
I
say.
thought you
You
was about
better
to
not
say
say no
bad.
bad boy. Anyway.
I mean, that was the theme song.
Anyway.
Ah. We what? Williams for
We
life.
Will Youngs for life. Yeah. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? I gotta put my
Look,
little
you
spin,
gotta
little
you
ring.
you
I got
gotta tell me these things before we, jump on
girl,
the.
that's why it's a podcast. We don't rehearse, we
I'm
just
just
jump right
I'm
in.
just playing. I'm just playing.
I know. What's the next thing? I know. I just got a fresh haircut. She over here just staring at me like, man, that
Oh my
brother,
gosh.
you is handsome. You is handsome. She been telling me that all day. I'm like, sheesh, girl, chill out. Chill out.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Mhm.
I know.
You do look nice though with your
Thank you. I
haircut.
appreciate you.
Very sharp.
Yes, thank you.
Very, very sharp.
Shout out to my Bob, man.
Who
But
was your
yeah.
mama? How you gonna shout him out? I say
My man LV over there on St. Barnabas Road.
Dang
Get you right.
Barnabas. All right. So let's talk about some of the greatest moments of parenting.
The greatest moments, man, just watching your kids grow up. Like, for example,
Mhm.
the last couple of days, oh man, I got this beautiful video of Legacy saying dad dad, dad dad.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I got another video the next day of her crawling. But
Mhm.
mind you, she said that before she crawled, so I'm gonna make sure she remember that. But man, just those moments right there, and just seeing Legend from being legacy size to him talking about different things like bugs, the solar
Mhm.
system, different animals, and his vocabulary is amazing. Like
Right.
literally, like dad, actually, like
Mhm.
I'm like, you 4 years old, you over here talking to me like you 10, 11, 12.
Right.
And those moments right there never goes unnoticed. Man, it's such a beautiful thing. Such a beautiful thing, man. I'm just,
Right.
you know, it just constantly reminds me that I'm blessed to be in this position. And it just makes me want to grow better as a person, as a leader, for
Yeah.
my family to lead the way. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be in finances, mindset,
Mhm.
I need to know these things so I can pass them down to my kids. You know?
Yeah. I agree. I
Yeah.
definitely enjoy watching them grow up.
Yeah.
It's sad too cuz it's like,
Yeah.
oh, my babies. But
Man. Yep.
it's good to be able to teach them something and they actually get it and they
Yeah.
do it and
Yeah.
you're seeing like the fruits of all your labor and your discipline and hard work.
Yeah.
And it's just like such a blessing because it's important to train up a child in the way that they should
And
go.
when they get old, they will not depart from it. What verse is that? That is Proverbs 22
22
6.
6. Yes.
You know that by heart.
I know it by heart because I feel like it's true. It was true for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Our parents trained us up in church and we didn't depart. When we got older, I mean, we did depart, but when we got older, we came back to it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like that's with anybody though. Like, sometimes everybody don't just, follow that narrow path. Sometimes we venture off, but
Right.
deep down in our heart, we still know what it is. But yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
man.
that's a part of parenting. That's why the Bible says a good father leaves an inheritance for their children's children. So, a lot of people think that's about finances. I just feel like I don't feel like God is talking about finances in that
I mean, he could be talking about
verse.
finances, but
I
it's
mean,
not just that.
it's not just
It's
that, but
mindset as well because yeah, you can pass the bag off to your child, but if they don't have the mindset or knowledge to know how to flip it, triple it,
I
then what's
don't
the whole
know.
point?
I don't feel like he's talking about finances. I mean, he could, of course, inheritance.
Yeah.
People think finances, but honestly, there's a lot of rich and wealthy people that aren't good parents, right?
Yeah. But I'm
So,
saying like that's what I'm saying. It's like you said, I don't agree that it's not just it's just about the money. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? I feel like it's mindset as well. Like that's something I feel like if anything, mindset is the first thing.
hmm
Morals, values is the first thing,
hmm
and then the money. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And then at this point, you need to be teaching them how to make their own money. You know what I'm saying? Teaching them financial literacy at 4, 5, 6.
hmm
Legend, he gotta get money, put it in a bank account. Oh, you trying to save up for this? You need to save this amount. Oh, you're not about to just get money. We not about to just give it to you. You got to do something in order to get it. Like things like that.
I feel like it's more. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, that's good. Anybody can. I just feel like anybody can
Because
teach
cause he gonna blow it.
financial literacy, but it's like I feel like the true inheritance is the faithfulness, the faith that we pass down to our kids.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
So, the Bible says the faith that is within us didn't start with us. It
Yeah,
started with the seeds that our grandparents and our parents
planet.
planted.
Mm-hmm.
And now we can see this beautiful tree of, this God fearing and God fearing women and men and women that we are.
Mm-hmm.
We can see that seed blossom into something beautiful
Yeah,
because our parents laid that foundation.
yeah,
So
I agree with that.
that's the true inheritance
Yeah,
that I feel like God is talking about. We are inheriting the kingdom of God because we have a head start. We were taught up. we were trained in the right direction.
Yeah.
So because of that, we can inherit the kingdom
Mm-hmm.
through, you know, what we were taught as a
Yeah.
child. And we have a head start. Just like, some
I
kids
feel
didn't
that.
have that growing up. They didn't have that firm
That
foundation.
foundation, yeah.
So now they're trying to figure it out
Yeah, shout
and
out.
they're
And I just want to,
struggling
I'm thinking about
to
that.
get
That
it.
made me just think about my godmother. Shout out to godmama Michelle. Before,
Yeah.
I was 7. I went to start going to church with my dudes. But before that, I was going to church each and every Sunday with godmama Michelle off of MLK. You know what I'm saying? That was the church that I went to. It didn't have no drums. It was straight horns,
Mhm.
tuba, trombone, trumpet, and
We were just talking
organ.
about that
You know
today.
what I'm saying? And it was, and then it was Sunday. It was that Sunday dinner every Sunday. I'm talking about fried
Mhm.
chicken, macaroni, cheese, greens, Kool-Aid every Sunday, man. And it was a beautiful thing, man. So shout out to Godmama Michelle, man.
Mhm.
So, but yeah,
Yeah.
I believe that though because like we talking about the last episode, we gotta make sure we give our kids or let them know which God to serve. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because there's so many uh idols out here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We got to make sure that, you know, our Lord Jesus Christ and Savior is being put first. You know what I'm saying? So that they know how to navigate through life. Cuz that's the only way.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only way.
Yeah,
Straight like
it
that.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we get to reap the benefits because, our parents were faithful
Yeah.
and they
And I
did what they were
appreciate that.
supposed
So
to
thank
do.
you, mama. Thank you, pop.
So that's the greatest thing that they could have done for us, and that's why they are good parents because they left us an inheritance
Yeah.
to
I feel that.
God, to know God.
I feel that.
So we have to do the same thing for our kids
Yeah.
and teach them the right way and be faithful so that they can be introduced to God and
Hmm.
know God for themselves,
I feel that.
So
Yeah. I totally agree.
yeah, man, so
Yeah.
that's just my little 2 cents on parenting. And like I said, you know, there's a lot in the Bible about how to parent the
Yeah.
right way.
Hmm.
We just got to pick up the book and read it.
Yeah.
So,
Nah, that reminds me of one other verse that I wanted to talk about.
okay.
This is Ephesians 6:4. Before we leave off, fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord. Kind of like what we were just talking about, as
Mhm.
far as giving them a faith-based discipline. But don't try to anger your child, or that's little kid stuff, man. If anything, you need to uplift, encourage, motivate them. Tell them they can do it even though they think they can't do it.
Mhm.
Let them figure out how to do things on their own. Stop trying to hold their hand, because they're gonna be calling you every time they get in trouble. Let them discover things by themselves. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, be there to instruct them, direct them. You know what I'm saying? Motivate them. And just keep them inspired, man.
Yeah.
I feel like that's so important, and sometimes I just see how Legend uh, is so connected to me, and I was thinking about it today, how much I love my dad. Like
Mm.
I love my dad, like I
You
love
just
the
love
hell
just
out of my
spending
dad.
time with him
I just
too.
love spending time with him.
Yeah.
I ain't even care what we did, as
Mhm.
long as I'm spending time with him. I
Mm.
enjoy those moments. You know what I'm saying? So I be
Yeah,
thinking
and
about that,
Legend does the same
and
thing.
Legend does the same thing. I could be going to the store and like, Dad, can I come with you? You know what I'm saying? Instead of me like, oh, Legend, no, you can't go. I'm like, all right, come on. We even had little conversations while we driving. Oh, Dad, you see a race car, stuff like that, man. So it's a beautiful thing, man.
Mhm.
Take heed and take advantage of those moments, because from what I know, from me talking to old heads, they were like, man, these are the golden years. Once they get older, man, you ain't gonna be able to talk to them, or do the things that you're doing right now. So just cherish those moments and take advantage of those
Yeah.
moments, man.
You are a great dad.
You're a
You are
great
amazing.
mom.
Thank you.
You're an excellent mom. This woman is so patient. I'm trying to take a page out of her book, for real.
Yeah.
Man, she is so patient. Like, man, like that's why we mesh so well. Cause we are strong together. She has strengths to my weaknesses, and I have strengths to her weaknesses, and together we unite and take over the world. And that's what we gonna do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, man, we talked
Yeah.
about a lot today. We talked about the difficulty of, being parents. We talked about the beautiful moments of being parents. We talked about our own experiences coming up with our parents and
Mhm.
how, we, you know, kind of like, work with our kids. So,
Yeah.
man, I feel like, this is a great episode. What y'all think?
Right.
What y'all think?
Any questions about parenting? I do want to go more in depth
You know
into
what?
some aspects of parenting
I ain't gonna
later
lie.
on.
I think we should do this, right?
What?
I think we should spice it up a little bit.
Mhm.
Maybe we should hold like a Q&A or something like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, like, on our live where we just having Q&A and people can just chime in and hop on, let us know how you feel about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is an idea that just popped in my head, but we just want to engage with you guys more besides just doing the podcast, you know what I'm saying? Cuz
Mhm.
we really go through real life situations, and I got a lot of friends and family that ask me questions about these things. And so, I feel like, I would love to share and help because at the end of the day, I want to serve others. I want to help others. That's what it's about. That's what God put me here, to do. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I feel like that'd be an amazing idea.
Yeah. We all here just to help you guys. That's the reason why we doing this.
Yes, man.
So.
But yeah, we appreciate y'all checking us out once again. Married at Midnight.
Mhm.
We talked about parenting
Yep.
and everything, that has to do with parenting. So,
Right.
look, we appreciate y'all. We thank y'all for the support, the feedback. Look, follow us on Instagram right here, Married at Midnight. We got our own personal Instagrams right here as well.
Yes. It
Subscribe to our
doesn't.
YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
it doesn't cost anything to like this video. So go ahead
Yeah.
and like it. It helps us.
Yeah, because we just trying to,
Comment. That
man,
helps
we just
us.
trying to
It doesn't
spread
cost you
out. We
anything to
trying to
do
just
that. So
spread to as many people
it helps
as
us.
possible.
Yes. Get.
Because I know it's couples out here, young, vibrant, beautiful couples or married adults that, could relate to the things
Yeah.
that we talking
Yep.
about. So, yeah, man.
We just trying to share the good news.
Yep. So appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Bye.